Welcome back, continuing the news. Persons who have identified themselves as volunteers with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security are describing the program to assess damage to households affected by Hurricane Melissa as ad hoc and disorganized. The volunteers have raised concerns about the integrity of the assessment process, pointing to instances where the work of... Welcome back, continuing the news. Persons who have identified themselves as volunteers with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security are describing the program to assess damage to households affected by Hurricane Melissa as ad hoc and disorganized. The volunteers have raised concerns about the integrity of the assessment process, pointing to instances where the work of different teams has overlapped in some areas. They say this duplication has created confusion and raised questions about the accuracy and coordination of the damage assessments. Kirk Wright has the details.
The volunteers have complained about what they describe as scant regard shown to them by managers of the program at the Labor Ministry in Kingston, adding that poor communication and a lack of clear direction have hampered their efforts.
We are basically like victims of Melissa. We are attending to people who were victims of Melissa, and to see the devastation that they face, and we too on the ground are facing this devastation.
They claim in one instance, a program administrator largely dismissed their attempts to register their dissatisfaction with how they were being treated.
The powers that be, the coordinators and the persons in the office, they don't care zero about volunteers, to the point that I heard that one of the managers in the office blurted out, "Them a volunteer." So because you are volunteering, any old thing goes. You don't sign anything to say if you are damaged or anything, they will be compensated, they will take care of your medical bills. Nothing.
The individuals question the expectation that they should complete the task in a timely manner when many hours are passed before they're assigned their daily duties. They say they've had to traverse hilly and sometimes treacherous terrain to reach the affected household in the boiling sun with not even a first aid kit.
Persons have been working the different areas for months, since November, and they were only given a little snack bag in the morning, and they were given a bottle of Gatorade, and they were given, like, you're given some small cool water to drink. You don't get any protective gear. We were told that we would give some type of things to identify us, vest to wear. That never happened. When rain is falling, we have to be out there in the rain. We're supposed to be, we have to mash up one of shoes we have to wear and mash up. The amount of people lose them clothes and shoes since them start doing volunteering. It's unbelievable, because they don't give you nothing at all to equip you to do the job that you are doing. Some of the people in the country, they're used to their kind of living here. But when they tell you, okay, there's another house around the corner or down the road there, so when they're telling you that it's actually 1 mile or 2 miles that you have to go to another household or another family, and we are traveling right around different communities.
While the program nears its end, they say the number of volunteers have dwindled significantly because of what they refer to as inhumane conditions they're forced to work under. They say reports that the parish of St. Anne has been properly assessed is in question because repeated trips to attend to that parish were cancelled. They say for the program to be wrapped up at month end is senseless because its disorganized nature has led to many of the affected areas not being visited by them. When contacted, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security said it's preparing a response. Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. No, it's not the Colin Bell Show this morning. Welcome to Talk Jamaica. because it is important that we talk. It was on a Sunday morning like this, after Hurricane Melissa, when I said to the minister, I gave him the vision, employ 2,000 to 3,000 people, put them in the field and collect the data, meaning do the assessment. 3 months and going after the hurricane, the assessment has not been completed. Volunteers. Why volunteers? Why are we begging people to do the assessment when the government have so much money? How Jamaican people are going like idiots? So. The government put out 10 billion out of 115 billion. And it's a hippie parade? What is going on in Jamaica? Giving people... Prime Minister Andrew, let's come to the front of the line, please. Come to the front of the line. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and all labor right bloggers and vloggers and broadcasters and supporters who come up at the front of the line. You don't see a foolishness the government do. You don't realize that if we get an next category 3, 4, not to mention 5 hurricane, and it hit back down our west, the people will be in a worse position. Where is the resilient that you not talk about? Eh? And then you not talk about any corruption in the grants. Hey, something wrong with the man? Something is wrong with the item. Where is the resilience in $500,000? Can $500,000 put on a slab roof on a house that has lost this roof? Bread and no more zinc roof no for make. What are them money, man? What is wrong? What is wrong? I know our leaders are a set of blind Bartimuses, but I can't believe that the people of Jamaica are pure blinds. Can't see. Get glasses, can't see. Get glasses. That's the brother with one brother with the on social media. Get glasses. You're not seeing well. My God. My God. What is going on in Start Jamaica phone program? So I open the phone lines. 876-804-7072. The number is on your screen. Is it that a pure idiot in the Labour Party? Or is it that is pure thieves? Because it's either one or two. Is it a pure idiot or a pure thief? Something wrong. You are lauding giving $75,000, giving $200,000 and $500,000 to people who have lost their entire house, people who have lost their entire roofs. Those roofs were not equipped to take on a Category 5 hurricane. Those houses were not built to withstand a Category 5 hurricane. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, you came out and you spoke about building back with resilience. Putting back those roofs, my brother, have nothing to do with resilient. Those are stopgap measure you are deal with. We don't want a stopgap measure. We want a situation, caller, that when the next hurricane comes, those people can stay in them house and say, thank you, Jesus. Thanks to the government of Jamaica, or even thank Andrew Holness. Turn off the instrument in the background. What a rubbish. Yes. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning. Yes, sir, morning.
Morning.
Colin.
Yeah.
What did I tell you the other day?
Pringley. You're a prophet, you know. You are a prophet.
The money to fix up everything we mash up in the country and building third city.
But Pringle, Why people are hippie 10 billion out of 115 billion and you're hippie?
Well, so it work, but I don't even want it good, sir.
No, but the man them should have built back house for the people them. Concrete houses that have lost their roofs. You go in, send contractor. I don't believe nobody should have get $1. Yeah? Employ contractors. Whole heap of contractors upon the island. Bring in the builders them, and we've been saying this from about 2-3 weeks after the hurricane. Bring in builders from St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary, Kingston and St. Andrew. Bring them down there. Put in the column them in the houses them. Cut the wall them, put in column. Put on slab roof on the house them. That is resilience. Nail down back zinc and nail down back zinc pan lat and two before. That can withstand a hurricane?
No, we know all of that, but me tell you what I'm going already. Anyway, the year you play a clip with your brethren nephew.
Yeah.
But the most important part of the clip, you cut it off.
Which part?
The part when Mark Golden explained to him, said them make them annual return.
And if you admit that is an answer.
Right. But you cut it off when you say hope that the government do the same thing.
Oh, when Mark Golden asked about the government. No, you see what happened? I didn't want to conflate the issue. Because you have some people on social media saying that the PNP did not answer the question. So all I wanted to bring out was the answer to the question. You answer the question, that is what I want. Because a lot of people out there bring no understanding, you know. Because the answer was so simple. The man said, yes, we have put a new system in place. And people still out there say the question was not answered. If you ever go up on TikTok and see the labor right them, that's why I am convinced now, you know, that the labor right vloggers and bloggers are being paid.
But the RJR and the same guy up nationwide. And one time they asked him the question and the man say I want answer the question again, you know.
Yeah, but listen, there is the one with Dennis Garden. There is only one official report out. It's from the Auditor General. The Auditor General said 4 companies benefited from the university tax exemption. Yeah? Nationwide come out and they are saying that Dennis Garden Company is one. Are they an authority and investigation? If they are an authority and investigation, they must release all the names, the 4 company name. And Mark Golden was correct by saying that there is no official report labeling anybody at all.
So you can't go further.
So how can I talk about a man that nationwide, the labor right platform come out and say this man involved? How you can speak on that? Eh? Listen, man.
Another thing.
Go ahead.
When last week or week before you come in with the guy when you're boss, MP.
Dewey and Vaz, yeah.
But things are get worse.
You see, let me tell you something. And this is what PNP need to learn. And you talk about it all the while, Pringle. When the labor right then get a little issue for beat, you know. Them know how to beat it and put it out there, you know. Because, let me ask you this. And ask anybody. If I go to my bed and I dream that I have $10 billion, can I wake up tomorrow morning, tell you about it, and then you beg me a billion out of it? Yeah?
Okay. Listen to me. You know much about the guy with your boss.
Dewey and Vaz?
You have a profile on him, like?
Not really.
His behavior and things like that?
Not really, no.
Okay.
You have
what?
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You have some late night show comedian on TV yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Like CBS, NBC, ABC.
Yeah, some of them stand-up
You have,
comedy there.
You have a guy named David Letterman on CBS.
I know David Letterman.
All right. One night in come and say a certain president is the architect. I don't remember Miss Universe or Miss World. Right?
Yes.
But him said the man did have something in his back and head while he come up with it. Work it out.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, work it out.
Yes, I work it out. Esteem file.
Right. No, that the man. The man is the architect. Have something in his back and head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Him want
Maybe this man he have something in his back and head when he said that to the human too, you know.
It could, you know. But Pringle, if a man say dream say him broke the bank and he come out tomorrow morning and say, Pringle, you know, say my dream say me broke the bank last night. You can't lock him up. Can you lock him up?
No. But me tell you from the other day, if I did me,
go ahead.
Hello?
Me I listen you, man. If I did you what happen?
me never do said to you, man, based on how she was a fight against the PNP.
No, but at that time, hold on. At that time when that
no matter when
hold on. You hear me I say? When that thing took place, everybody was at peace. There was no war. It's February 2024, you know, or 2025, you know. So it's right now it's a year ago. So it's way before the general election. The accusation by Dwayne Vaz of the lady is that she was not campaigning for the PNP in the September election. So obviously, back in February, Dwayne Vaz was assisting her or just assist her to win her seat in the local government election. So they were chummy and good. You understand? But you know, some people not delete message.
Right.
And when you look at the series of message, if you just go off the series of message, there was no pursuing her after the man said when him dream. There was no further argument to say in the messages to say, make it in a reality. You understand? It was just, this is what I dreamt. And it done this. So she said to him, say, you must see the junk. And him said, no. And the argument continue about, did you travel? Who's stuck in America? Yeah? So those guys who out there who don't like men pursuing women and would prefer men pursuing men, them have a serious problem with it. No, me not tell a man say, you must go do it, you know. But as I said to you a while ago, if I go to my bed and dream that I have billions and tell you about it, does that mean you can determine, you can insist that I give you some of them billions? It's a dream, brother.
Right. But the dream, maybe him feel good when he have that dream too.
He could have didn't feel good, of course, but you still can't lock him up for it.
Anyway, listen now. Mark Golden said.
Mark Golden say what?
He might go investigate properly when after the proper investigation done.
No,
right?
No. Which investigation? With Dwayne Vaz?
No.
Or with
yeah. With Vaz.
Yeah. But what am I going to investigate?
No, but in say no, not this one with the hospital thing at Europe.
But even in that, Mark now have nothing to investigate. When the Auditor General released the names to the police or the MOC or whoever they might release the name to, that is where the investigation should be, and the chips fall where they may. All this committee where Chris Tufton set up about him are going to investigate. Investigate what is a distraction. And Chris Tufton must step down and stop collect taxpayers' money for all the incompetence that he's showing. He must go a backbench. Andrew Wallace must fire Chris Tufton. But then he can't fire Chris Tufton because Chris Tufton will tell him to fire yourself. Because they are all messed up. messed up set of leaders. So nobody can bell the cat.
So look at now. Yeah, I break up sometimes.
No, I'm going to have to start something on this phone because when the next call coming in.
But look here.
Yeah.
I hope when Mark Walden make the ships fly where they may if it fly something. If you must fly the ship, where if you go? Right? Because if he ever slip up.
Let me tell you something. Mark Walden can't do nothing. You hear me? Even if, hold on, listen. Even if Dennis Garden, even if, and I'm saying if, Dennis Garden is found to benefited from the UWI, if it becomes a police matter, the police have to deal with it. There's not that Mark Walden can fire Dennis Garden from him. Can't fire him as an MP. Dennis Garden is not a minister. The shadow ministry that the shadow ministry that he holds, Mark Walden can take that from him, and that don't mean nothing. So yeah, that's the only thing Mark Walden can do. He can't do him nothing. When you're an MP, nobody, Andrew Wallace can't fire Chris Tufton as an MP. He can only fire him as a minister.
Yeah, but look here, listen.
Yeah, Pringle, may I hear you, man?
I hope him angry in the best way. And don't angle the things like how the present prime minister angle for him something them when for him minister them slip up.
And that's why I'm saying to you that it should be a police investigation. Tax evasion is a police matter, TAJ matter, FID, MOCA. They must investigate. Christopher must dissolve that committee that him put together for Upper UE. That's rubbish. It's more corruption that. And the people of Jamaica and the labor rights are defending them kind of rubbish. The people are rip off the country and take away money from the country. And labor right bloggers and bloggers, some clowns out there defend it. Watching people thieving from the country. Or pollers is just as bad as the thief. All of you bloggers and broadcasters out there defending the Labour Party are a bunch of thieves too. Little more, Pringle.
All right.
Little more.
Take care of yourself.
People are suffering while politicians are plundering and stealing from the country. And bloggers come on social media, behave like on somebody and defending corruption and stealing. Take on yourself. Stand down. Morning, caller.
Hello.
Talk Jamaica.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man. You asked 2 questions earlier. If the JP are them foolish or them what?
They are thieves. It's either they are foolish or they are a bunch of thieves.
Well, they are both. And also, for real. And also them live in a state of denial. Them also live in a state of denial. But the real issue is, you say, and I hear it on RJR radio because I in tune, even though I'm outside of the country, online with what go on a yard there.
Yes.
The Prime Minister said give out $10 billion.
$10 billion.
For aid.
Out of $115 billion.
So here we want all 28 our opposition members, Firebrand PMP members. If you even have 3 or 4 of them ask continually round the clock to the Prime Minister, interrupt Parliament, what are you going to do with the balance of the money? That's what them need to ask.
There are other things to do.
Ask that, if them not ask that, them not say nothing.
There are other things to do, my caller. There are other things to do. But I'm saying where the housing stock is concerned, what Prime Minister Andrew Holness is doing is setting up these people to be in the same position this year if we get another hurricane.
And I agree with that. And that is less than 6 months away. We're in February right now.
And then he come out and run off his mouth about building with resilience. Where is the resilient in $75,000 to use nail, lot, and 2x4 to nail down back some zinc on a roof? That can stop a Category 3 hurricane, Prime Minister Andrew Holness?
Never. And as Brother Raleigh would have said, a Roman bull money that. Roman boom money.
Listen, this Prime Minister don't even understand that he's in an opportunity to be a great Prime Minister now. And he's squandering this opportunity for him to become great. Andrew Holness, you need to listen to Portland Spice TV and leave the choir, because the choir has no vision. The choir has no future for you.
Yeah, you know why him now go think that way, that corruption fully made. And him say the dollar sign more than anything else.
Corruption packing up, pandem, corruption Fantan Moja. Yes.
For real, man. We're going to listen. Respect, yes, sir.
Blessings and thanks for the call. This is Talk Jamaica. When I see a poor country like Jamaica with a brilliant opportunity to build out the housing stock, money available to build out the housing stock, but the leaders are squandering this money. What an amount of squander the Andrew Holness-led administration has gone through and is continuing to squander the country again. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Let's say top of the morning, Colin, to you and your listening. Colin, if you allow me, I must say this. They're so immune to corruption that they are filled with so much pride. I must tell you, their day will be coming, because my mother taught me that the higher pride goes is the harder it falls. Now, I don't want to change the conversation much, but yesterday I was trying to call you because you were talking on the issue of sports.
Yeah, man.
And I must say, everything you say about that was so true. And it's just falling short of a few things. But let me ask you a question. Could you name me 5 of the top entity in the country so I can break down a few things?
So you have a Grace Kennedy, but at the top, you have Lasco, you have Wisinko, you have Jamaica Broilers, and you have Caribbean Broilers. Just 5 will come out and made quickly. Cement Company will come out and made quickly. It's a 5, so that's 6. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, I was looking forward to you mention me of the within the ministries like agriculture.
Oh, well, we never know say that
health,
public sector.
Yeah, yes, health, agriculture,
the finance, security,
and
yes.
finance.
Okay.
Right. Now, you were saying that with the sport, especially to football, there is no growth in in people getting involved in sports in Jamaica, and politics supposed to lead the way.
Yes.
And I agree with you. But even though politics lead the way, these are the sectors that depending are the sports the athlete depends on.
But those sectors are led by politicians that make the policies for those sectors.
Exactly. But let me show you where I'm coming from. Even the parent now is not interested in having their children get involved in sport. Think about it from a health section. If your child go out there and play football and break a leg, what happens? There's no hospital.
But well,
so
continue, let me listen.
Therefore, you have people withdrawn from taking their children to participate in sports. Not like back then. Before, every open land space, when I remember as a child grew up, you would have youths going over there to play football. That don't happen no more. And cricket, that don't happen no more. You have the politician allow people to build houses on those property. They don't take care of the sports in that sense, to take it serious, to say we can't do this, we have to leave recreation spaces. That's where it is. Now, come to agriculture. If there's no food to feed the people, how you gonna have energy to go out there and play or participate in sport? You say something about Babsy need to leave. Yes. When
No,
was the
no, it
last
was,
time
hold
Babsy?
on. It was somebody put it in the chat room that says, for
Right.
sports to
Yes.
grow, Babsy needs to go. It's not my, those were not my
Correct.
words.
Yes, you're right. You're
Somebody
right
put it in
about
the
that.
chat room.
Well, I agree with such person. When was the last time Babsy go and look foreign investors to come in and invest and build the sports? Scouts to come and look at these potential youth who are able to participate in sport. If you look around the Caribbean in the Latin countries, they dominate sports in America because foreign investors goes there and have their own sports training complex. Baseball. Think about all the names you hear in baseball. They are not, they are out there people from the Latin community mostly. They fill it up. So that's where politics have to come in to involve. When you have people from overseas that come to play football in Jamaica, because they know they have alternative when it comes to health issues. So those are a lot of the things you have to take into consideration, or the politicians have to take into consideration in order to grow the sports.
And that's why I said yesterday, politics is causing the problem.
Exactly.
It's politics.
Exactly.
And that's why I tell people, the people them will say them now vote, because politics not do nothing for them. Who no dunce. Very dunce.
There goes now. That's where
Very
I say
dunce.
now education comes in these thoughts. Education comes
and
in.
let me tell you
No.
this. And let me tell you this. You have a lot of people who no vote and say government not do nothing for them, who have masters, PhD, 2 degrees, how much CXC. Some of them are professionals, teachers, lawyers, doctors, who say government not do nothing for them, politics not do nothing for them, who no dunce.
I heard them.
Mr. Wyndham said that they are educated fools, Marcian. Educated fools, man.
I believe in that. Yes, yes. Colin, I was talking to a teacher like about a day before, 2 days before the election. She's a laborer, trying to convince her to vote. And I was talking issues after issues after issues until even when I reached to housing, when I reached to a national housing trust, you heard what the person say? National housing trust is a scam.
What?
I said, really?
What? What?
National housing trust.
I don't know if you ever hear me tell you a story about a teacher I met in a place called Lower Wayne Road. Some will call it Burke Gully in Portland. And I introduced myself to her and I asked her for vote. And she said she not vote because politics not do nothing for her. No, this lady's a teacher. And Burke Gully, Lower Wayne Road, is a piece of place where former councillor Kenneth Burke take government land and put the people upon it. Today, them not a title yet. But down there she live, upon the government land, where Councillor Burke put them upon. And she said politics not do nothing for her. So she don't even know our mere existence.
No.
And she's a teacher.
No, I never ever reached to that point. But as I said to her, she said, politics, national housing trust is a scam. I said, come on, really? I said, do you realize how you get paid during the pandemic? It was from the National Housing Trust money that make you get paid during the pandemic.
$11 billion out of the housing trust money going on the budget every year, Carla. Every year.
Yeah. So I have to break down a few things for her. And I'm surprised last week when after it looked like things turned on not hitting her way, she says, boy, you'll never give. I said, too late. You'll never give a vote back to Andrew. I said, too late.
Too late.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of them, it all comes down to education. They are not educated and they tend to listen to the wrong voice most times.
Thank you, Carla.
So, Carl, I that's what my contribution to you right here.
Thank you very much.
You know,
thank you.
Keep the work going, brother.
Yeah, man. And that's why everybody on this platform have a responsibility to share this platform here so we can educate more people because it's rough out there. It's dark out there. A whole heap of dunce out there. Morning caller, talk Jamaica.
Top of the morning, Colin.
Blessings.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I mix up the thing.
Yes. We tell you all the
Yeah,
while,
yeah,
say
no
this
doubt.
channel here is sports, entertainment, religion, sex, politics, current event, you name it. We're
Yeah. All right,
verse,
two
man.
quick thing.
We're versatile.
Yeah, man, two quick things.
Yes.
It's a sport thing,
Yeah.
especially with cricket and football and thing.
Yeah.
Them youngsters nowadays are too much distraction. You know, like when me a boy and you have to either play cricket or football, you know, no basketball, you have no this, you know, have no that.
But caller, and them days then a whole heap of money never in the sports like now, you know. A crazy money in the sports, you know, man.
What you talk about, man?
Crazy money. If you listen
And
to the
what
discussion
you
yesterday morning, you will say, Puran is what, 29, not 30. Walk away from West Indies cricket because enough of money there over our next place.
You say, we lack vision, the people perish.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Back to the football, quick.
Yeah.
When Simonis came here, you see, him talk about the football field. Then.
Yes. Yes.
Madras the league. The league used to have about 20 side, him cut it down to about 10.
Yeah.
In grown a clean, Rossi Pepe a play. Call him nice side.
Yes.
So now we must go out to a running cup and in call BB nice side.
Yes.
And I saw him go around. So I vision them thing.
And hear me now. That was a framework. We work. And from 1998, the clowns, all the clowns that have gone to GFF and everybody, I try find a new way. I try rebuild the wheel.
In the 98, is the one we did in our World Cup. Remember who did another zone?
We did have Japan, Argentina, and Croatia.
What happened to them since that? Then go back to World Cup since that?
Everyone.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
so
talk about, man. We beat Japan.
And we beat Japan.
We beat Japan.
And Japan, since 98, Japan don't miss one World Cup.
Let me tell you something, brother. You see, Jamaicans, I have come to the conclusion that Jamaicans are not result-oriented. They are about hype and who them like. It's not about result.
All right. Interest again. You see, when we play at US, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
No, I never 10 o'clock. I think at 1 o'clock the match it play.
Well, me left Washington Garden from about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Go stadium. Brother, in the passage. In the passage, me sit down a stadium. In the passage. Both US match, Canada match. In the passage, me sit down. And we have to sit down because FIFA said nobody enough in the passage them. You remember all of them something there?
Yes, man.
Stadium.
We never miss one qualified match at stadium.
Let me tell you something, man. Jamaican people go suffer. Because we are locked up with eye and now look.
Mix up with politics. Because you have a sense of merit. Brethren, me have some brethren, we both them now vote. Because this and that and them now.
Why they say they now vote?
Because government, this and any one of them, me have one friend, me have to tell him say a foolish matter. Come and say no difference other between government. I mean, that's a joke thing, I mean.
What you mean no difference? A whole difference.
This is a whole part difference.
Brother.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Anybody will tell us no difference there between the government? Them? No listen. Them are labor right. Remember me tell you that.
All right. Hold on, man. Them not come to the conclusion, man. Can I end up tell them to? Anyway, me said to the person, say, so want your son and your daughter, them and them. You don't think that go affect the decision where you make our government make? I go affect them. Whether education, health, something.
Talk to me, man. May I listen to you?
Yeah, they're going to affect them.
Yeah.
And when you don't vote, it's when you don't vote, you automatically vote for the winning party.
Yeah, man. You decide, you make up your mind, say anybody the majority go with that you are all right with.
You understand? Anyway, I give some more people talk.
Yes, man. The program is called Talk Jamaica on a Sunday morning. It is your program. We don't invite guests on Sunday mornings because we want our viewers and our listeners to get some time to speak and talk on the mind. In comes Marshy.
Morning.
Top of the morning, my brother.
Yeah. Listen, I am not a delegate of the People's National Party.
I am.
I'm a party worker. Yes, I know. Coming around to it. I am a worker, cluster manager. I work around and solicit vote also.
Yes.
No,
but
your
cluster,
position bigger than mine.
Hold on. If you're a cluster manager and you're not a delegate of the party, something wrong with that in a Marshy.
Well, me would have it. Me need to talk to some people there.
Are you a member of the party?
No, I'm not a member.
Marshy, you need to get in a group. You need to get in a group. You're a cluster manager. How can you be a cluster manager and not have your group paid up?
Well,
it's 40 cents a month, you know.
Yeah.
Get your group together. Every cluster manager must be a delegate of the party, brother. Or should be a delegate.
Right, should be.
So fix up your thing.
All right. But listen to me now. I want you to use your influence and ask the party whenever they're having any more press conference to invite the bloggers, because one set of bloggers coming to the press conference, and it's only those bloggers from nationwide, because they are not journalists. You know, journalism is dead.
Normally, I would normally get the Zoom link. I was asking for the Zoom link the other morning, and it was not sent to me, and then I not even check my email to see if it was in there. But one of the things that I find distasteful, Marshy, is that at the PNP press conference, they allowed GLP to be there. And at
GLP bloggers.
GLP, them are labor right. Them are nothing but labor right. They allowed the GLP to be there.
Yes.
Why is it that the government is blocking I? Because I reach out to Marlon Morgan, who is permanent secretary, who is the parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Information. And him tell me, say, if me mad, who next? Andrea Stevens, Andrea Bryan? And that Marlon Morgan tell me, say, now give me the link. Figure the government press conference. I'm going to send it to him again. I'm going to ask him again.
Yes.
Because I want to be here to ask some pertinent question. But Marshy, remember what I tell you. And this is why the GLP, them allow the GLP them to come at the PNP press conference. Truth does not mind being questioned. So when PNP have a press conference, it's about truth. So we don't mind the labor rights them come and question us.
Nothing wrong with that.
But a lie does not like being challenged. That's why we are being blocked from going to the government press conference.
Because, you see, why I said they need to get bloggers. Journalism is dead. The press conference is when? Thursday, Friday? You did have the press conference?
It was Thursday.
Thursday. No, there were no journalists there. Don't tell me that Chevron from Nationwide is journalists. Don't tell me that. Please
Chevron
don't
is a labor right.
Chevron
is a labor right.
That's a labor right.
Man, I'm a labor right.
They are not journalists, because what the press conference is called for, none of them no ask no question about that.
You know, the man tell you clear, same come for ask about the money where PNP are collect on behalf of hurricane victim. And even when the man asks the question, will there be where the question there? Will we have a report on what the PNP collect? And when Mark Walling say yes,
I think Nakita Virtual said that they are waiting for the government to work, and then I get it.
Yeah, but that is not even it, my brother. Listen to this answer to the question from Mark Golden. Listen to this.
More questions regarding this matter. I did make a promise to my listeners that I would ask this the next time I had an opportunity, so I bring it here. We're still in the recovery phase from Hurricane Melissa. The People's National Party has courted donations from individuals on behalf of that effort. Is it the intention of the opposition to make available to the public what has been collected in terms of the quantum and what that sum has been used for in the spirit of accountability?
Yes, we have put in place a structure. We created a new structure after Melissa with a national disaster risk management committee within the party. There's a chairman who is Fitz Jackson. There's a project director who is the treasurer of the party, Senator Keisha Anderson. And part of their mandate is to ensure that there's full accountability and accounting for any relief that is administered through the parties.
So what more than that? The man said, yes. We have a new structure where we set up just for that. And then you have labor rights out there calling themselves bloggers and broadcasters, saying the question was not answered.
Listen, I am waiting to see a labor right that is bright and intelligent. You know. Me I wait and I can't see them. They're just ones that are done liar, thief, theft, stole, fraud, embezzled, kleptocracy, white collar. Name all the word them when in thief. That's all they are there for. You have a press conference. You have a press conference to talk about this corridor where Guana University. And you come to say you're a journalist and you don't ask nothing about that. That means you're being paid not to ask. When Judge Davis said, blogger being paid, he know what he's saying.
Of course.
Because he has been paid. Some bloggers been paid because they paid not to ask those questions. Now the PNP might have to have another press conference to make people ask about this Colorado University, you know. They might have to do that because these people are not interested. It's a shame. Journalism is dead. Gone. Take care, sir.
Blessings. Talk Jamaica. Talk Jamaicans. Talk yard people. Let your voice be heard. Don't sit down and be silent and be complicit to the wrongs that have been done to our people. Top of the morning, my lady.
Yeah, good morning and happy February. No.
February 1, yes.
A little topic. Yes. Jamaica gone past the dog. This is a democratic. Help me, because I know why university, I'm not bright. So every individual have a right to their party. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right. Me personally is a PMP, and nobody can take that. Manly heights. However, if you, Colin Bell, I do something wrong, me, I go call you out and say, Mr. Bell, this is wrong.
Yes.
Because we should come together to fight to one cause.
Yes.
So if you're a true labor right, and you're a labor right, no problem. If you're a Jamaican who want a better for your country and your future, you will stand up to the foolishness and tell them that this is wrong.
Yes.
Right? And when I listen, that man when he Seven, whatever, piece of truck from Nationwide, every time, the last time in Mark Golden, he asked me if I'm going to resign. And I wonder to myself if these people, we say them are journalists, we go to university and go everywhere and have a big school with big accolade. If them no have no common sense, you went to the conference about the UA hospital, which is benefit to you.
No. Hold on, Carla. Hold on. You're making a mistake. The conference was called about the hospital. Chevron never come to the conference about the hospital. Him come about Dennis Garden and the money where PNP are collect on behalf of the victims. That's what he came about. He said it clear. He promised his listeners that he was going to ask about the money. So that's why him come to ask about the money. And when they get the answer to the question about the money, them not pleased because the question was too simple. The yes alone kill them, you know. The man say yes. And that alone mash up the labor right them, you know. Because them never expect to hear yes. Hello, tell her.
And that's why you see this man, full leader, he is a special built man, and him have him full of tolerance. Yo, Mark Golden, anyway that is Sunday morning, big up yourself.
There's a labor right in the chat room. Hold on the caller. There's a labor right in the chat room. What name? GSC? Wait, hold on there. What him say? GSC said that PNP need a new leader. What is it that the PNP leader is doing to the country that is wrong? It is the GLP and the government that needs new leadership.
The whole entire
JC, what it is that Mark Golden is doing that is affecting the smooth running of the country of Jamaica? What is it that Mark Golden is doing that why the people them down at Westmoreland still asleep on a tapal in a car? Talk to me. What is it that Mark Golden is doing why the assessment on the hurricane affected people has not been completed? Talk to me, JC, about PNP need new leader. You are so blind. You are so blind. JC, you're not a labor right? Then if you're not a labor right, or you're talking about PNP need new leadership. Even if Mark Golden not doing one thing now, that's not affecting the country. Let's focus on what is affecting the country and our people. Let's focus on the suffering of the people down there that have been affected by the hurricane. Call for the resignation of Chris Tufton and Andrew Holness. That is what you must do. Xavier Mean, those three people that we know right now must step down. That's what you need to call for.
Darrell Vance too. Don't let him out.
The boss. Him
not left out. And the next thing, I see a big disrespect going to Sean. We entertain the name.
Sean Paul? Where the man them are going like a them bill back border. Somebody just asked me a little while.
The people them don't have border. Uno people don't have border. I don't like talk things, you know. But worse I go take you, and we are going to see we are going to do no.
Hold on.
Grateful.
Hold on a little bit. Make us slow down. We're talking about the border between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. White House, the place is called. Where a lot of stalls are there. Caller, I like truth.
Yeah.
We know Sean Paul give them some stuff. Did the government put any stuff in it? If the government put some stuff in it, you have to give them for them part too. I don't think a Sean Paul alone. I think the government had something to do with it.
But what I'm saying,
yeah,
the government walk behind Sean Paul.
Yes.
Give Sean Paul him flowers.
The government walk behind everybody down the west. The government was
So what you do, you come and you open, you say congratulations to Sean Paul for starting it then.
Yes.
Even that.
Yes.
Even that, then take him out completely. And I want to take this opportunity to say to all entertainers and all private personnel who in a category Spice and the whole uno, we, the Jamaican people, me not get nothing, me still under appalling. But me thank you, me respect you for what you do. But if in case the next time come, watch you move. Because let me tell you, if you can work so hard work, and take money and do something for me or anybody, and we can't even say thanks.
But
you know, thanks we can't say.
That's why Andrew Wellness came out and said we must stop do the video them, you know. Because a picture says 1,000 words. And that is why them no want the video them, because them want to go after everybody put in where them put in, them go after and take all the praises. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Look good.
I've always said it on this program. If a man get $1 billion figure and you're in one corner suffer, and in come and give you 1 million, you're a jump because you never know, so it's a billion you forget. Here is the government with $15 billion, billion with a B, yeah, to build back. And he's putting $10 billion in the housing stock as grants. And people say hippie hooray. What the government is doing is setting up the people down in the West for failure. No resilient is in that money that they're giving out. Talk,
That is
caller.
true. And the next thing, before I go,
Talk.
I am calling on every clean-hearted, every Jamaican in locally and in the diaspora. Please, let us have a prayer meeting, whether by Zoom or whatever. Our country is under some diabolical Satanism. And I said it on 2 programs last night. Let us put members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force. We don't have to know them personal, but let us put them before God. They are working on some order where they not even know what they are doing. This country is plunging darkness from Satan. Satan take over Jamaica. The church has contributed to it. Not all church, but most of them big highway church there. Darkness upon the land. And let us go down in sackcloth and prayer and put Jamaica to God, and especially members of the JCF and the JDF. They are using them like a scapegoat. Them put a spell on them, make them bloodthirsty. For them want good. Please.
Israel!
Call up. Please. Because none of these police officers, they are doing things where
stand up.
It's not of that inside, but
He's
the
out,
power
caller.
He's control them.
He's out, caller. Because you go one place and you go there a little while and something just coming at me. Where you say a little while? The police, them are use them have them in a one. Where you say a little while? You remember where you say it again?
Have them in our darkness. They are doing things where they don't even know.
Hallelujah.
They are doing it.
Caller.
So I call upon the parents of the children. I am calling upon the mothers, the husbands, the fathers, the brothers, the uncles, the grannies, from members of the Jamaica Constabulary for especially the rank and file. The one them who out there, we have to face the this and the that.
He's out.
Please.
He's out, caller.
Everybody who want a child.
Caller.
Oh, God Almighty.
Caller.
Yes.
Stop there a little bit. Stop there a little bit. What are the Israelis doing here? Is that spell that you're talking about? Is the Israeli them used to put it on people, them scholar? Caller.
Yes.
You said something. The blood of Jesus. Hallelujah. Yes. Hallelujah. Caller. I have been saying it, Sister P. I've been saying it. Why the Israelis are here counseling our children? Why is this government so close with the Israelis? Look at what the Israelis are doing over there on the Gaza. How they are killing people. What kind of spirit you have over the Israeli soldier them? We're just a bomb, baby, woman, elderly. And we're seeing where the police. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus.
Something is wrong.
The blood. The blood of Jesus.
The blood. You can't tell me that we know how police work.
Tell her.
And we know some when a boy or a girl or who you feel like your brother go attack the officer, never go put you down.
Tell
but
her.
I look at that thing. Me tell her, look man, Colin. As a police officer, you do a spot check. You do not know the young man them. It's pretty good enough. You stop them, everything clear. Listen. And you try to put a magazine in them vehicle. So when them drive off, you drive them down and get rid of them.
Tell
and
her.
I see people where you know. You know, get a call say, it can't suspicious also.
Tell her.
That means to say, the person are the persons them who are doing, them on that diabolical harder. Can no policeman not really get up and kill nobody, so you know?
Tell her.
They not go get up and just kill people, so.
Tell her.
It not can good, something is wrong. And one part in the Bible says, I need to go to the pastor, the apostle, and the this. Woe be unto the pastor that lead my children astray. Because you know, taking money, you know, take the money and you join with the Satan. But my God said, before one word pass, heaven and earth shall surely go. He said 1,000 years in his sight is like an evening gone. But I can tell you, say, you end up go bitter.
Sister P.
The woman them.
Sister P.
Without any man, yeah.
Sister P, hold on there. Alexa, we are in the Bible talk about powers and principalities.
1 moment.
Of darkness.
Showing results for Holy Bible. King James Version, the Old and New Testament.
Tell her. Alexa, stop. The Bible says we fight against not flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities in high places and wickedness. Sister P, I don't know where you get it from this morning. I don't know where you get it from this morning, but when you talk about the police, them under spell, it's just Israel come to me. Israel. This government is in bed with the Israeli government. A government that has been slaughtering women and children and the elderly, the disabled, blind, sick, lame, and lazy. They have been slaughtering them, and our government is cozy in bed with them. Somebody says Ephesians 6 verse 12. Hold on. Alexa, read Ephesians 6 verse 12. Alexa, read Ephesians 6 verse 12.
According to the King James Bible, Ephesians 6:12 reads, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places."
Thank you, Alexa. Hey.
These are the things we have wrestled against. And when we look again, we see a person who grew up in the Adventist church. The Adventist church teach principle. It teach everything. We used to go to Adventist church. It teach you how to walk, how to talk, how to eat, how to drink. It teach you righteousness regardless. They say, nothing yam pork. And that's the part of them and couldn't preach. I will be pork bad. Right? But away from that, they teach you.
The Bible say you must eat anything we're selling at the shambles, meaning in the meat market. Sister P, I'm going to run left you and give some other people a chance. Bless your heart.
Yes, man. Bless up yourself and continue your good work. And again, Marky G, me appeal to UNO. Pastors, we need a nation prayer meeting, even once a month and once every 2 months.
You realize
something has to be done.
Sister P, do you realize that to date, the government has not declared a day of mourning for the people who died in Hurricane Melissa? Was it because those people were sacrificed? Why the government has not decided to mourn their lives? Tell her.
Yes.
Later.
Yes.
Later.
Later, me come back.
Later. What is going on, Jamaica? Wake up, Jamaicans. Wake up. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. I don't know if horse meat selling at the shambles, but how the Bible say? Oh, this will be a revelation Oh,
Mr.
this will
Bell,
be Wagwan. War and frustration.
One thing what I like to hear you talk about this morning.
What is that?
About the high liar, where them a talk about now the CD and the contract we sign.
About the what that?
The contract no more sign, you know. The oil.
The oil.
Where them a search out now the CD.
You remember Darrell Vaz, it said nothing no go, so? No oil no out there?
Right. You see him and see one of them there.
Yeah, man.
The man, the people them.
Them are hypocrite. What happened is
Jamaican
what happened is that the Tullow Oil has gotten a license from NEPA to do a drilling or to test for the oil to drill. But the cost to drill is very expensive. So they are using a different method where they brought in a ship that was in Trinidad. And the ship now is doing some sounding and some 3D mapping and all of that kind of thing. They said that will be completed by the middle of February. And then it will be sent to the lab in America for extensive analysis, which should take about another month. And then we should hear if we have a drill. So there is prospect of oil in Jamaica. And it's been there for a very long time.
But the thing when we hear them talk about, like, so if Jamaica file oil, it would be like, after them take out principal, then it would be profit sharing. Jamaica don't want that. Jamaica want a piece of the pie by no with percentage.
Well, profit sharing is still percentage, you know. Because what happened?
Yeah, I know it's percentage.
No, but what happened is Jamaica is not investing any money in the exploration. So the exploration is very expensive. Because Tullow Oil is spending a lot of money now. And if after this testing that them doing, the oil is not there in commercial farm, Tullow Oil alone losing. Jamaica now invest the money. So it would be on the fear that if we struck oil, Tullow Oil would make back their money where them spend already. And then the profit would be shared between the country and them.
Right. So we as Jamaicans have to really look into it properly, you know, because in Trinidad and one of them countries they work out to 2% and now money is making and they want to change the deal. So I say well then the deal have to really properly look through before any decision really makes. So Jamaicans really have to really take that in consideration to know so well then that is a part of the legacy of Jamaica. So we really can't really make that really get out of hand.
And I am very concerned, Carla, about the government that we have in power now. Because if you can't even carry a solid bill come at the parliament, then how you are going to negotiate with Tullow Oil? I mean, a simple bill to amend a law, you can't get that right and come at the parliament with it. How then you go and negotiate with these companies to put a proper agreement in place? I am not confident in this government dealing with that kind of issue, brother.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And then again, the other thing when me fear is the set of corrupt people who are in this government. Because when a man carry 110 all bus come give you and tell us that this is the best deal for $1.4 billion, how can we trust these people?
Right, because these people, you know, Colin, them have a ton of labor right behind them and people where them give money, you know. The country is well to swell out, you know, with one little bad decision where they make, you know, into the favor of themselves.
I am just calling on Jamaicans to start open them eyes and put Jamaica first, not your party. Put the country first. Yeah? If your party is the best for the country because they are doing right by the country, then for all means, defend your party. But if your party are rip off the country and you still want your party to be in power, call for changes to the people who are there ripping off the country. Move them.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they are not doing well for your party.
Right. So when you have a ton of people, you know, man, when you're doing wrong things, you have a ton of people, you know, running out in the street trying to make it look right, you know. It's a tough things to do, you know. Because
but you know, when they go to the hospital and can't get no bed, then we understand what we are talking about. When they want testing to be done, diagnostic tests, medical issues to deal with, and it can't deal with, they will understand what we are talking about when you have a man tell you that they're going to refurbish a hospital for $2.2 billion and now we are at $20 billion and the hospital still can't done and can tell you lie about them lick down hospital. You never lick down the hospital, Tufton. What make you so lie, man? Why you so lie? Jesus.
Because these people, you know, them don't care about the country much, you know, them care about see them principal, you know. Then she said them are going to lose, you know, to Mark Golden, you know. That's why I see them are go after Golden, so, you know, because Golden too smart around them, you know. So
Listen,
them want a little.
Listen what Tufton said about,
with.
listen what Tufton said about Cornwall Regional. Listen what the man say. Listen this here, man.
So we're doing better. So when the PNP talk about improving primary health care, tell them, say, we have the roadmap to success. We are implementing it. We are action. We're not a bag of mouth, like what them love to talk. I want to say something quickly on Cornwall Regional Hospital, because I know they like to talk about that. The PNP is not an innocent bystander as it relates to the collapse of the Cornwall Regional Hospital. They must take responsibility for putting the hospital in the state that it became. That Labour Party had to now come to the rescue of that hospital. From as far back as 2006, Cornwall Regional had air quality issues. They did nothing but take a band-aid approach to trying to repair that.
More stop it there, sir. 2006.
Listen.
We found mole in the Cornwall Regional, 2006. Then if 2006, we find the mole. PNP lost election in 2007. GLP ran 2007 to 8 to 9 to 10, 11, 12. At 2012, PNP come back in a power. So you did nothing in that term. Then the PNP did nothing in that 4 years. And from 2016, hear him now.
That facility. Today, when we took over
Hold on,
in
Carla.
2016, the hospital was literally on life support. And we took the decision under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness to just broke it down and just rebuild a new hospital, the new Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Let me ask everybody. Did they break down Cornwall Regional Hospital?
Bring them what, man?
When was Cornwall Regional Hospital broken down? Christopher Tufton, don't make you a lie. Jesus Christ. You brought down Cornwall Regional Hospital, sir? What a liar fellow. I'm going to make a video out of this, you liar bastard. Go ahead, Carl.
All right, my brother, take care. Just keep it before you hear so that you can have eyes on, because it's a big deal.
One love, my brother.
All right.
No, sir. The man said we just broke it down. We don't hear this man here? No. No. Me never know when that happened. The man said we just broke it down. Hear him again.
In 2016, the hospital was literally on life support. And we took the decision under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness to just broke it down and just rebuild a new hospital, the new Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Jesus Christ. Christopher Tufton, did you broke down Cornwall Regional Hospital? No, sir. No, sir. No. No. Morning talk, Jamaica.
Back again, because you touched the Israeli, but I have to ask a question. Could you name some of the groups that Andrew has ever met with in Jamaica?
What groups? You mean NGOs
like the Indian community or the Indian community and so forth? Which of the Chinese community I know he met with, but which other community he ever met with? I'm not sure.
Me not sure. Talk to me. Me not sure.
Well, put it this way. I actually see the Muslim community put their money where their mouth is by that contribution they give to the people in the community of the ravage, the hurricane.
Yeah.
They give some donation early, right? The Muslim community.
Me no remember.
Yeah, I think they gave something in some donation.
Tell me where you say, I'm a little bit lost right now.
But what I'm saying is they are not being, what I would say, they are not being respected by the Jamaican government.
Oh, you mean
and the Muslim community.
Okay.
Right? And he's been sewn up in arms with Israel. Right? And that could be one of the things that make the Muslim community step out and show that we are here and we need to be respected by giving that donation.
May I listen
because
to you?
they never. And when I look at all around the world, there's a lot of countries are starting to recognize them and give them respect. Even right here in America, you have Muslim in government here.
Hold on.
And
hold on a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Daneth, yes, they did in the last phase. What you talking about, Daneth? Is that Cornwall Regional you're talking about? They lick it down in the last phase? I don't understand. Explain that to me. Sorry, caller. Go ahead, continue.
Yes. So I see it all over the world, even in America. They have been recognized and respected and given a chance to be a part of the government here. But in Jamaica, I see where the government is actually stepping away from them further and further, and even inviting Israeli into the country, and very soon pretty much in the government, because they're giving them so much things and so much participation in Jamaica, and not being recognized in the Muslim community. So that's a question I like to ask, and I never really see anybody think about that instead or say anything about that.
I'll do some thinking and digging about it. All right?
Yes, my brother.
All right. Blessings.
Good.
876-804-7072. Program is called Talk Jamaica. We do it every Sunday morning where we give our viewers and subscribers. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. And of course, share it with some people in your contact. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Colin, morning. I might have joined the conversation late. Just getting out of the street.
Yeah.
And get ready for work. Anyway, I couldn't help but just give a quick shout out. My one in light of all the seriousness that is happening in Jamaica, I have a comical little input for impart. The man who sing Broke It Down, how?
Broke It Down. How would that? No, Vegas that? Yes.
No, Vegas. Vegas. You mean Vegas?
Vegas. Me rate him as an artist, you know. As an artist, he have my ratings. Yeah. Bad artist. But as somebody, hold on, as a political commentator, fully done. Fully done.
There you go. I am saying broke it down. And what the health minister saying though? Brought down the Cornwall Regional.
When did that take place though? Somebody tell me. When did that take place?
Colin.
Yeah.
Figment of the imagination. Figment of
the
imagination.
No, but you come from platform, can tell people that it's for a platform, the man go say that, you know.
The man is a marketer now. I mean, we say anything else that we're selling.
Market no mean you have to tell lie. I am a marketer. Yeah?
I'm full of shit. Pardon my French here, man. I'm full of crap. That's what that is.
The University of the West Indies, where I learned marketing, not teach you to lie.
Right.
They did not teach you to lie.
Yeah, and as it relates to marketing, there's something we're gonna bite them in the butt. It's called buyer's remorse. Because people have it already. Buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And karma is a you know what.
Yeah, man. And it will bite you up the backside.
Yeah, man. Let them continue down this path and see what will happen to them. You know? Mm-hmm. That's my little 2 cents for this morning.
Thank you for your contribution. Blessings.
I like the mix.
Yes, man.
I like the mix.
Yes, man. 876-804-7072. Talk Jamaica. We give you an opportunity on a Sunday morning to speak your mind. Welcome. Morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
How much rating you give Rennie?
How much ratings I give who?
Rennie Simone.
Rene Simoes? I give him all the ratings at the best coach to ever come here.
Never say Rennie come here. Remember, Rennie never come here and take a program from zero, you know, and come here when the team in a good position to qualify and take it over.
Are the best coach Jamaica has ever seen.
You know, you have to say him are the best coach because he achieved the best result.
Then hold on. Then what you use to classify somebody as the best?
The whole result could not. You can't give the whole result.
Listen.
Because when he come here, we are not the last stage of the qualified. And they say go in the draw couple man and straighten inside.
Yeah, man, but guess
right
what?
and the Tigat and the whole of them in a car decide
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You ever see a house a bill yet?
Yeah, contractor.
All right. Which part are the most important part of the house?
The foundation.
All right. Most of the man will dig the foundation. Hold on, man. Hold on. The man them will dig the foundation. How much of them can lay a block?
Everybody have their own role to play.
No, so the point I am making to you, Rene might not have done the foundation, but the man them will dig foundation for your house never get no ratings yet. Because most of the time the man them will dig foundation can't lay a block. In fact, sometimes you have to stand up over them when them mix the cement. Allow me to tell?
Yeah, man, we are laborer, man. Too much sand, too much.
Yeah, man, but sometimes you have to watch them and some of the man will dig the foundation, can't mix it. Then can't carry it. So what I said to you though, is that yeah, Rene never start the foundation, but sometimes me can carry the thing half a mile, and the next man have to carry it a mile. But
and you know what is Jamaica's biggest problem right now?
Tell me.
If you try do a Rennie, if you try use the same pattern where Rennie use.
They are not trying to use that pattern, sir. No, that's not their problem.
Yes,
no.
Because everywhere they go.
No.
Every year. Every year. Even in the last round, man, I go for man where they.
Yeah, but that's not what Rene Simoes did. That's not what Rene did. Rene Simoes came here and gathered more local players. Rene Simoes never go for no holy pa man. Paul Hall, Fitzroy Simpson, and Rene Simoes never even really go for them man. Them man they wanted to come. In fact, I think I think Fitzroy Simpson. No man, I think Fitzroy Simpson pay him one fear come at Jamaica, bro.
Burton come here with him friend them. He was not invitee.
That's what I tell you. These Paul Hall, Fitzroy Simpson and Burton wanted to play for Jamaica. When they did have to go beg them and court them over and over. Whole heap of them man we are playing now. A whole heap of begging. We are beg them to come.
But we not buy no baller now. We not get no good baller, man. We just one man, a scout just tell us say one boy up so with Jamaican connection, you know, and they run go up, they go look for him.
So that's why I tell you, say, them not doing what Rene did. Rene built a team, built chemistry, kept the team together.
The set where Rene carry, he want to go a World Cup and they would do everything to go a World Cup. This a set here, them pay a good debit. Remember, you know, in them days, you know, you have to play a certain league, certain standard or depend certain national team to get by in any league in England or America. You know?
Exactly.
So that was one of the that was one of the force. But now we have also look idiot where man take up from club can go get league.
And that's why you hear me tell Arville yesterday that I would rather to lose with some Jamaican players.
That's me too.
Who play in our school league, play in our Premier League, give them the exposure.
If you have a coach, we don't coach, him just assembly aside, coaching is a program, you know, a
Yeah,
3-year
man.
program or a 4-year program, you know.
Thank
so
you.
you take up your little boy, them all of your top player, them in a Manning Cup, that can stack up and win underneath certain age. And you put them in our program, put 10 a GC faster, 10 a UE, 10 and you have every weekend you put them together and you coach. And Bill aside, every day when you get up around for some look one all Anthony. Anthony no idiot.
Anthony is not such a bad baller. Not such a bad baller.
But a baller, man, at 20 a day, me play football, but them they are rocks.
But when me I said to you, my brother.
Them they are rocks. You for them team play a certain pattern, so anything spill over, indeed if you kick in a goal. If you don't have team where I take shot and I get rebugged, Anthony can feature.
But Carla, Gary Lineker, who used to play for England, is a man where used to turn up at the right place at the right time. Gary Lineker wasn't the skillest baller.
Just like Burton.
Yeah,
Burton was an Anthony, you know.
But you need
anything spill over in there.
But you need those ball up on the side too. You need them there too, you know.
We agree, but when you have a team where I take shots, where you know say, all right, you have Andy Williams, there was a banger, Ibama. Where you kick it from 30, boom, goalie can't get that, it spill out in a man.
You have a man to clean up that. Yes, of course.
Right. We don't have that now. Who we have a take shot?
Brother, we're not a baller because we're not giving our locals a chance.
Anyway, so much for football.
Yeah.
This gas thing.
Yes.
You sure so Tolo still have shares in this Jamaican thing?
Yeah, man, them still run it.
No, sir.
And who run it?
Listen, about 2 years ago, when me I school about 2 years or 2.5 years ago, and book it up on one English program. You see? With everything where them are saying right now. And when we bring it to the year, they run me away. They no go so. And about 3 weeks after, Tolo, the English company, said they won 100%. Then buy out Tolo sell them for them share.
No man, change. But them. It was what was it first? Something under the oil and gas, and then it changed to Tolo Oil.
No, Tolo was the original one where get the contract in Jamaica.
And it was a name change, man. Where the name changed to?
Look, you have a British company now.
But Tolo Oil is a British company. Tolo Oil is a British company.
Wait, no, 1 second. When me book it up, you know, it was a meeting them have, you know, with the High Commissioner for Jamaica in the meeting, you know. I sell Jamaica share, you know. He was the representative, you know. And when we bring it to the year, they run me west and nothing no go so. The same map, the same everything. I hit yes, you know. And next thing, when Andrew Wheatley was Minister of Energy, you remember when that?
That was early 2016, 2017, in the first part of the term.
And when Andrew Wheatley tell us, say, you see what them are doing right now? At this way, team reach. Andrew Wheatley said they have a 3D. Andrew Wheatley said they have a 3D scanning system to come do a seabed and would get the result by the December.
Yeah, man.
And
but
he say
they did that, you know.
And him say at the time, him said they ensure Jamaica have oil in a commercial quantity.
But hold on. But Tolo Oil did that. And they said that we have how much 700 billion barrels of oil they are prospecting. So what they are doing now is a deeper sounding. Right? Them now map the sea floor.
But when I said to you, when Andrew Wheatley was the minister, that's how we reach, you know. Andrew Wheatley said that a 3D scanning system will come in where Jamaica will pay 60 million and the company we are going to share with we are going to pay 60 million. He said that at the end of the time, you can't do your research, you know. You can't, and at the same time, include the ministry.
I was following it, man. But as I said to you, this mapping that them doing now is different from that 3D mapping. This is a more deeper, because actually, they got a license now to drill them. Should have drilled now, you know, to bring up the oil for testing, you know. But what they are saying to do that drilling is about $30 million. I think the article say. And this what they are doing now is cheaper and should give you similar result. Well, not similar, but should be able to tell you
a comprehensive result.
Right, because they're not going to bring up oil out of this. They're not going to drill. But they have gotten the license to drill, to bring up that test. But them call it a cylinder test. So they would have bore a one hole.
Listen, no, you see, 30 miles out in I see them there. No things are going on we don't know about.
Possibly.
Because you would have to fly over Jamaica to see them.
Possibly. But we continue our observation. Yeah, remember Vaz it when it first come out, say I'll out the Vaz, say nothing go say no. He would have been the first to tell.
So me not convinced with them as well. The next thing, one little piece, one give one little piece. So you think you see if the police killing where Flight Green at contest at talk about, you see?
Yeah.
They are court for. You think if it didn't happen in a 2017 coming down to this time, in would have the court testify against the police?
Hey. Hold on, the company now named United Oil and Gas. So it's no longer Tullow Oil.
Yeah, man.
They are now United Oil and Gas.
Yeah, man. Them buy out Tullow a long time, man.
Yeah, man. Right.
Right. So you think what Flight Green are trying to do, or the government are doing, they are so cunning, So them want for you, when you throw the argument now, say police killing. When they done with this case, I know them say police killing are going around PMP time.
Tullow. But a long time police
That's
killing. But police killing
that's
on new.
all them are trying to put in the equation,
It's just that we have more now than it'll get more rampant.
Yes. So when and you see how stupid in South Calco, he lie and rip him up.
Why the liar said the man is a stranger to the truth.
And he start backtrack.
Him start backtrack?
Yes, because first when he start, he say he see them from one window, I know him and say he not see them.
Tell you. Little more,
Yeah,
Carl.
man, bless up.
Bless up, my brother. Where you saying didn't see them, now we not see them. Me did see you, but now me not see you again. Me see you, head boy, me see you. Me see you. Head boy.
Oh, you the brother?
Me there, what go on?
Well, I'm looking and living like the great Monty Perkins.
Tell her. No, if you live there, you're not. Monty Perkins is not alive, so don't go on Monty Perkins. Stay alive. Stay alive, my brother. Stay alive. Don't go to the land of Monty.
But I listening to you on the call a while ago, and it was so interesting.
Yeah.
That you have a minister of energy who doesn't even want to tell people that we have discovered oil.
Me said, you remember when the man said, not no go so dopey story. Yeah. If it was true, I would be the first to tell you. Me say, here there.
No,
here there.
But remember, we must be mindful. Even Comrade Paul has been saying the same thing for a long time, that this is not new. Remember, as you just explained, it started way back with Tullow. There are research documentation as far back as in the 1970s.
A long time them a search for oil at Jamaica. From I know myself and I understand things, them a search for oil because people are convinced that oil is something about you.
Yeah, and why it is if you look at where we are strategically located, right? Oil has so there's a basin. Yeah. And how we are structured, how we are now, most of that is around us. That basin comes. So if Venezuela is south of us. Yeah.
And Haiti have oil too,
of course, Haiti have oil. And also so does the Dominican Republic and Cuba. Yeah? Cuba does drilling. When you go into Cuba, you can ask anybody. Cuba has, but the quantity is not sufficient to meet their commercial needs.
Right.
But what we want to look at really is the secrecy surrounding this, and why it is that it had to take a meeting in the UK of these investors, they were pitching to their people, for us to really realize that there's about 7 billion barrels, but in terms of recoverable, there should be about 1 billion. Yeah, because sometimes that people must understand that the sulfuric test has to be done. There are varying tests that have to done to bring oil to a commercial level.
Yeah,
Not
but
just
but
drill baby drill.
if it's 1 billion barrel, are they gonna drill for that? Is that enough to drill for?
Yeah, well, no, there nobody drills at a billion. They're gonna look at anywhere between 5 to 7 barrels. But in terms of recoverable, right? So you may have 7 billion there in terms of your test.
But my understanding is that the recoverable is about 7 billion barrels.
Oh, that means that's good. Then
and that's why they are pursuing it. That's why they are pursuing it heavily, because it is feasible.
My issue with this is now this becomes why aren't we using this now to set up what is called a sovereign wealth fund, right? I am of the view that a sovereign wealth fund should be set up not with these guys around still, you know. But I even want to take, but let me walk back my comment here, because the reality of it is, Colin, if we have oil in Jamaica, which we have confirmed which these researchers have confirmed is present, are we going to set up a sovereign wealth fund that is owned by the Jamaican people, and that the Jamaican people on an annual basis can get a dividend? Yeah, meaning every unborn child in Jamaica should, and every born child between the age of 1 to 18 should be benefiting from that sovereign wealth fund.
Does Guyana have a sovereign wealth fund?
They do. They're setting it up now.
What did Guyana pay $2,000 per citizen from the other day?
That was the dividend from the oil.
Oh, $2,000 per citizen.
Yep. And
not $20,000, which is less than 100, which is about 100.
And by the way, that $2,000 in Guyana is roughly almost 2 million.
I know. I know.
And it's good money in Guyana, by the way. Yeah.
But $2,000 anywhere is $2,000, and it's good money. Even in the US.
It's good money.
Even in the US is a good piece of food.
So the reality of it is that our friend comrade Infram Ali has done a good thing, and he is the example of what you're supposed to do. Now, I hear people talking about what should be the profit sharing and what should be the share. Let me tell you something. Oil is a mafia business. Let's be real. Yeah? Oil is a mafia business, and it is, unless you are a skilled negotiator, it's very hard for you to get the amount to get the royalties that you want.
There's nobody in this GLP administration equipped to deal with that kind of negotiation.
No, the only one person is equipped in Jamaica. There's nobody in the GLP totally. There's only one person in Jamaica equipped to do so. And I say so with no water in my mouth. And it would have been comrade Philip Paulwell.
And I wouldn't leave that solely to Philip Paulwell. Mark Golden would have to be right there beside him doing that kind of negotiation.
And I am of this. I don't mind. I mean, the party leader and Mark Golden are, Philip Paulwell and Mark Golden are good comrades, and I expect that he would, as
make this clear, Ed Boy. It's not about good comrades. It's about people with the competence to deal with these high-level business negotiation and putting together these kind of agreements that will benefit the people of Jamaica. There's nobody. Hold on, let me just say this again. There is nobody right now in this GLP administration led by Andrew Holness with the technical skills to deal with this kind of negotiation. None.
Who was the minister that signed the Petro-Caribbean agreement in Jamaica?
Was that Philip Paulwell?
It was Philip Paulwell. Yeah? So I want people to understand that Philip is no, in terms of competency, but I agree with his competency, technical skills, and backed by Mark Golin's legal background and acuity from finance.
And deep sense of business law.
Yes, would be.
And remember that Philip Paulwell is also a lawyer,
Yeah, man, I know he's a lawyer. And I'm a damn good lawyer too.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I want to look at, Shaka, was I want to call this the week in review, as I maybe will go under 2 minutes, possible.
Go right ahead.
Now, when you look at what happened over the week, I am of the view, and I hear the conversation with Marlon. Morning, Marlon. I'm still waiting to have the two Heineken we're supposed to have,
Hold on. As you mentioned, Marlon put a thing in the Senate saying that you should have a security day? Let him call it. Hold on. But a day for the security forces, which I think makes some sense. Hold on, let me just find it. I think it's in the Gleaner today. Morgan bats for Security Force Day. Not a bad idea. Go ahead, Ed boy. Go ahead.
Right. So I'm of the view that for Marlon to say to you what he said to you, it shows you how we lack transparency, accountability. Now, what would be the reason for not wanting other platforms to join? I have seen the JLP have press conference, and I've heard other social media bloggers join.
I tell you why. I tell you why, Ed boy, why they don't want anybody who they think is not on their side to join. Let me show you. See it here? Let me show you. And this is why the PNP never stopped Nationwide from coming to our press conference. Truth does not mind being questioned. A lie doesn't like being challenged. Go ahead, Ed boy.
Right. So I'm saying that in the spirit of transparency and accountability, if you have a blogging station called Nation FM, right? They are there, and their agenda is clear. What is wrong with having persons? We don't have an agenda here now. We're wrong, you're wrong, or you're right, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah? We're probing questions. I heard you said yesterday to Nevi, you know, and I don't think Nevi realized what you said. That the amount of suggestions that have come from your program, Colin.
Yes.
Right? Because this has not been a program that just solely cost government, you know. This has been a program that has come with solutions.
Tala.
But the issue with these guys, you see, you have a thing called inferiority complex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them are afraid because, like Christoph Stan tell us, the leadership of the JLP is afraid of bright people.
Tala.
So when they hear you have a bright suggestion, instead of coming out to you, and this is one of the things I can tell anybody that I respect Mike Henry for, you know, right? Give him, say what you want to say about Mike Henry. But when Mike Henry was Minister of Transport, if you're calling it attack on the radio about a plan that could benefit transport, he don't care about calling politics. He might call, reach out to Colin and say, hey, come up to my house, man. I want to see you. Explain to me what you mean by this.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's what I expect from government.
That is leadership. But you don't have this. What you have is some pompous people who believe that they have a manifest destiny to rule, and no one should question them. I want to go to the grants now, Colin, and show you how wicked these people are. Imagine, you pointed out a while ago, 150 billion is in circulation.
15 billion, yeah? 115, 115.
115, sorry.
Yeah.
And you're going to look at the people of Jamaica and give them 10. By the way, you're right. They should not be giving people no building stamp, as we call them in Jamaica. No. What they should be doing is reaching out to the contractors all over the island, engaging them, particularly from the sides that were not destroyed.
Mass labor down there.
To go into ground zero areas.
Mass labor. Thousands of workmen down there doing the work, putting on slab roof. Every concrete house that lost their roofs, you should have put in the columns and slab them. We
should not encourage anybody to put back galvanized on their roof.
Thank you.
What I saw in White House, and let me tell people if they don't know, you saw White House, Westmoreland.
Yes.
Which is the gated community, which is one of the second richest community, let me tell people if they don't know, in the parish of Negril. Yeah?
Westmoreland.
And in Westmoreland, sorry. And in the Negril area by extension. If you look at what happened down there, it shows you that no matter the amount of money you have, win no business by your roof, it gone.
Decro tile was ripped off. Decro tile
that in my life.
Was ripped off and fling aside.
Container, you know, one place I went, the wind literally tilt the container over. Yeah? Tilt it over on the ground. So I'm simply saying we have to be wise. So my friend from Western St. Mary who now sits in housing. Morning, Bobby. All I have to say to you, Don't let them set you up to fail. Do not let them set you up to fail. Because you should be driving the housing effort, right? And you know, tell me Pernell Charles Jr., who can give account for $780 million worth of contract. He don't know how it go. He can't tell you how it go. There's no procurement for it, right? But you, Bobby, as the Minister of Housing, can't get a single procurement in for some so-called containerized housing. How that look? How you go? As Babatunde would have said, the great Babatunde. How you go?
But enough forget it. Where you go with container house? Enough forget
No, I
it.
don't support the container, no. But
Enough
I'm
forget
simply saying,
it.
Colin, not even one him can get in. So what it simply means is that we were suggesting from a long time, from the very get-go at the start, you started saying, let us go black and steel.
Exactly.
You said it.
Yeah.
And let
Below
us build,
the
because what
frames.
happened now? If we don't get these people into houses by now and June, let's say by now and now and July, which is July is the peak of the hurricane season, right? Anything possible after that time. What's going to happen now? They're going to be exposed to the elements. The little zinc you give them for put on them roof. God forbid, one little tropical depression breeze blow, right? And it gone.
But Ed
so
boy,
you're back into square one again.
Ed boy, tell me something. Is it that the government is so deep in the thing that them can't see what is happening around them?
No, Colin, it is not that, you know. It is just simple. Them dung in Jamaican plain old language, them dung care.
Because all right, they are giving out this money now. 75,000, 200,000. All of them people are got zinc bush already. Put on back some old zinc on them house. And they are going to use this money now to see if they can buy back one fridge and buy back one TV, maybe buy one bed. Any one of them things, the money can't buy two or nothing. You can't buy one fridge and TV. Maybe if you get the 500,000.
But Colin, all of that, let me tell you, with all the night I want to say, we have a very good relationship in Jamaica with the Republic, with the Great Republic of China.
Yeah.
No, you are telling me that these guys who, some of them have them mouth in a Chinese construction companies. Yeah. You are telling me that they cannot reach out to mainland China and ask them as friends of Jamaica, because we're tied. No matter what nobody wants, the United States could never stop us from dealing with China, because you have Jamaicans who are of Chinese descent. Chinese came to Jamaica in the 1800s and they are our family members.
Long time.
Yeah?
Yes.
Long time. So no, but same like the Indians, they are our family members. We're bonded by blood. Yeah. So nobody could say what they want. They could say anything they want to say. No, I'm simply saying, in this rebuilding effort, right? If we're gonna use concrete, a lot of people lost their fridge, use the stove. You know how cheap stove and fridge is in China?
I don't think the government care, Ed boy.
They don't care. That's the point I'm trying to make. They don't care.
They have ulterior motives. Ulterior motives.
You know how cheap, even Colin, even if we say we were to use, let's say we don't have sufficient, because the truth be told, the issue that Jamaica has, right, is the production capacity of blocks, concrete blocks, right? Let's be real. Let's say you were to use crete form, right, which you reinforce properly with proper steel and proper rebars, yeah, and then you fill the columns. You're telling me that even an attempt of that would not work, because you're not putting any zinc on the.
But Ed boy, you remember the suggestion I made? Build a frame 24 by 12, 8 columns. Yeah, 8 columns. You deck the top, do the roof, and you give that to people.
That's
put in the side how you want it. If you want to put blocks, if you want all ply, you can use put in the side, and just withstand a category 5 CMO.
Absolutely, because it goes by how the most important thing is the supporting systems within the building. Yeah. So once the supporting systems are of a certain standard, what happened? We saw happen down in Edmund Ridge. You hear the name Edmund Ridge?
Yeah.
What happened in Edmund Ridge was that they brought a form of and that is why I am anti going prefab fully. It has to be balanced, and it has to be suiting to the environment. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you can't just come and think that prefab, but that did I work in a China, can work in a Jamaica. China does not have hurricanes. So that's the reality what we have to look at. But you know, Colin, as I go, I want to respond to the appointment of this girl in Darrell Vaz's ministry. And I saw the comrade leader spoke about it. And I have said publicly that I think the approach that the PNP should take, and I hope they have done so already, that they would have written to the Civil Services Commission.
Yeah.
Right? The Civil Services, Public Services Commission, I should say, to voice their discontent. Now, if it is that you're not satisfied by the result that has come from the Public Services Commission, we should take it to our next step. The next step is to the Governor General, which we know is not going to do anything. But why it is so? Because you need to document
a
and
paper
show
trail.
A paper trail.
That's when time come. That's when time come.
You can show exactly. Now look at the PS. Look at the cabinet sec, because it's the cab sec who appoints, who virtually ratifies the applicant, gives the recommendation for permanent secretaries. You know, right? Who is the cabinet secretary in Jamaica?
Oh, that Rocky is not Rocky me. This is no, I know Rocky.
It's not Rocky. It is no Miss Sewell or
Audrey Sewell. Yes.
Right. So
yes.
Audrey, who I know to be a very decent woman, a woman I respect. I am very disappointed in Audrey, because I remember when Audrey was at Transport under Omar Davis. Yeah, she was one of those permanent secretaries you could sit down with. She had care. She's a Christian.
Head boy.
Yeah.
Listen,
but
let me tell you one thing.
Become tainted.
And not tainted. No. And not tainted. They become tainted. They are working under an administration that dictates what they want or they want it to be done. And if you don't want to do it, so
you are
either
let me tell you, let me give our people a little education on civil service.
And what civil servant should be.
Instruction. What civil servant should be.
What they should be, yes.
Instruction from no minister. Minister not tell civil servant what we do. Ministers don't run ministry. They set policy. Yeah, no more than that.
But
I remember
this is a new dispensation, Edward. These men are telling them what they want, how they want it, and if you don't want it, so
Colin,
take for yourself.
Colin, but I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying to you in saying that you are correct in saying that a sort of dispensation is being introduced. But I'm saying if the civil servants would grow some cojones, yeah, and stand up and let the ministers know you don't dictate to me. And they can't do them nothing. Because they cannot do them anything. Let me tell you why this government is afraid, why this government is behaving the way. Remember, when they came, Colin, they attempted to remove how many permanent secretaries from across different ministries. What happened to them? One, they had to pay them. Some, those who resigned, got their full payment, and some took them to court and won. This government has never won a case against any civil servant in Jamaica. Never. If you show me one that they have won a case against. So I'm simply saying that the civil servants of Jamaica must grow some backbone and stand up. If you can't stand up as a civil servant, then what the purpose you serve?
Let me say this to you, Ed boy. Why you think the church is quiet? Why you think civil society is quiet? Why you think the NGOs are quiet? They are fearful. No, not just that. It's not just what them get. They are afraid of the Andrew Holness-led administration. Fear is what is driving them into silence. Fear.
No, you're correct. You're correct. But because we are not afraid, we can raise these issues, and we must continue. We must continue to raise these issues of transparency, accountability, and responsibility within our civil service. You cannot have a political appointee who was the CDF officer for the Prime Minister.
Not a political activist now becomes permanent secretary.
Right? No, but remember, in order for you to be a permanent secretary, Colin, you would have had to be in the civil service first. You would have to be in the civil. This lady was never a civil servant. She was always a political appointee. Now, imagine me get a job. I want to give people, as I go now, imagine me get a job as a comrade in Mark Golden office to be, maybe say, attaché or liaison to the Prime Minister. That's a political appointment.
Yes.
Yeah? But then next week, 2 years after a year, say me now become permanent secretary in the Ministry of Transport and Works. The damn country should be annoyed and upset about it. Because why they should be annoyed and upset about it? It's because I was a political appointee.
Yeah.
I had no knowledge, no years of
no,
service
hold
in
on.
the
It not have
system.
nothing to do with your knowledge again. Even if you had the knowledge, the fact that
Yes.
you're a political activist
No,
disqualifies
I should not be
you.
there.
Thank you, Ed boy.
Absolutely. All the
Thank you.
best.
There's a message in the chat that I wanted to read. Wait there now. The funding from the IMF isn't for resilient rebuilding for a Category 5 hurricane. Are we not rebuilding resilient anymore? So when I talk about that 115 billion, it's not the IMF money that. That's not there. That's money that the government got to deal with hurricane relief, however they want to deal with that. And some of that is even in the donation is a part of that 115 billion of which I speak. My listeners and viewers, Jamaica is in problem. Incompetent leadership, leaders who don't like to be challenged, and leaders who don't take advice. On Portland Spice TV, we are not about tearing down anybody. We are about lifting up and building up Jamaica. And that is why 95% of the times when we criticize an action by the government, we give a solution. As I said it to Nevia yesterday, no other platform on social media in Jamaica, nor mainstream media, give the amount of suggestions to the government that we give here at Portland Spice TV. And we've been doing that long before we are on Portland Spice TV. Even you see this mandatory 15 years for illegal firearm is something I have been championing long time from Midas Styles FM before this government implement it. Long time. So that is who we are. We have a vision and we articulate that vision. Caller, you're the final call this morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, Colin.
Blessings.
Yeah. You know, Ed boy I talked about a while ago, me listen. But a long time me know say the people affected by hurricane now get nothing. From last year, me look into it and see it. I don't know if you see it. I mean, you talk about it the way you see it. You see the money where them get, all the money for the hurricane.
Well, listen, man.
Oh, that money put in the kitty for run the country.
Well, Pringle been saying that and somebody else been saying that.
Let me tell you something. May I say something to you? You say upon your program, Rasta, I'm an all while. Before Melissa come, the country never broke.
We think so. We think that, yes.
Yes, because my sister civil servant and couldn't pay them when they get paid. So I know this week and next week, 2 weeks, couldn't get paid.
Yeah.
And the hurricane come and have the money. Your civil servant ball again, so they don't get the money.
Well, they have not sorted out the salary negotiations yet with the civil servant, you know. That not sorted out yet.
No, that different, man. Me attack a monthly pay.
Well, guess what? A budget going table this month, I think, you know. So get ready. Budget debate coming.
Me know. But then, let me tell you, them forget the IMF money deal when they make. They don't get that money. So the money from Melissa money, I eat them put in
no man, them get 400 million from IMF with it. IMF announced that. Not the government announced it. It was announced by the IMF.
But they get some money.
They get 400 million.
That's 6 months.
And I think that's for balance of payment though.
That money, where Melissa eat them around the country. Plus they get JPS 150 million. Plus they could have given them more where we don't know because everything is in secrecy. Because then remember the finance minister said maybe cost more than I give them it.
Well, the finance minister said JPS would be getting 450 million from the multilaterals.
So sometimes they keep something secret, so then get more we don't know.
Well, my brother, we have a lot to look forward to, and I call on the people of Jamaica to open your eyes, find a third eye, and look through it.
You see,
remember after hurricane, when you call the program on road, Sparks, when you patch road,
Yeah.
it stop.
Sparks and Reach and all of them.
Stop. No, you didn't say to start back again.
Yeah.
Where you think the money don't come from? And which money you think more use to do that?
You said the hurricane
And
money?
the same money. The same money. We
Well,
spend in a, you know, remember, they must spend all over the country, you know, whenever affected by the hurricane. So you say you spend to divert the money. And the same money.
well, make we see. If it is spent on the people of Jamaica, then it is still spent on the people of Jamaica. It's for hurricane recovery. And
you see people of Westmoreland,
yeah.
me didn't know they now, brand this, I mean, no, say they now get no house. Because the money not there. Forgive them, for build back no house.
But you see, this is the problem now. The people them shouldn't take no money. The people should have rejected the money.
Reject the money.
The people should have rejected the money and said, we don't want no money. Fix back we house them.
Because no money for
those of us who they have money to do it. They don't want to use the money to do it.
At the same money, they use around the country.
The people should reject the money. If you will a house blow down, where you take 500,000 go do? Put back yourself in a position where category 5 come again. We have to drive come down, they come give you no food and help you again. Hello?
Look how long meanwhile you know because you talk a long time to build black and steel house. Which me look on that long time so that's what. If I want one room, give the man.
Yeah, man. That was some man 1 room, 2 room, 24 by 12. You know, if you have to build the whole thing. Do the flooring.
As a question I ask you because you have to think about it.
Yeah.
How much money they get China for their house there?
Which house?
Container house there. Container house there.
Me no know how much they give them yet for 5 billion or me no know how much them, but them say them want to bring in either 4 or 5,000 container house. Wanna go with it?
Hear me now. There is something for me and look on again. And the same hurricane relief money supposed to pay them money, don't it?
I think a housing trust me so that money they come from.
The whole life.
Why I don't know.
But can't be all like because say somebody else will give back to the people
and they must sell some.
2 housing trust.
Yes.
So if I was in trust, how you get the house free? They must buy back the house from the housing trust and give it to the people. Them.
Tala. Brother, none of the house enough to come here. That's all me I say.
You agree on that because
no container house enough to come here.
I mean, no. You invest in China. You say invest in the one Jamaica people.
That's why I said this morning. That's why I said this morning. Is the labor rights them stupid or them thief? One or two.
This morning wake up, people in Westmoreland and over St. Phillips came and find little food because no money can work no day.
And then rain go fall now because they no say one cold front depend we now.
Yes, you see it. Then why this morning, you know, if they build a house them down there, then people could have get up this man and find little food, you know, because they get paid Friday.
Yeah. But a long time we have said the man them to ramp up back the economy by start building houses down the west. Give the people them. We've been saying that. But my brother, we have to run here.
For a long time I preach but no listen to nobody.
Then I listen, man.
See people at Westmoreland. There is 7 constituents. You can work out 7 of them. St. Elizabeth, Southwest, them all get sitting, make sure.
Yeah.
You see there are 7? God and then supper, because they will punish them. Because they write them out, they write off them, they already said they're not going to win them, so they're not going to spend no money in them.
Oh.
So make me to work out them. If an election to come back, they're not going to win them back. Them know.
So then write off them there.
There are certain constituents where them write off. In Jamaica, they will do that. And they will concentrate on the one where they can and spend all the money in them to keep them.
Anyway, my brother, we have to run here.
Yeah, man, respect.
All right. I want to say thanks to all the listeners and the viewers. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. This has been Talk Jamaica. We do it every Sunday morning, 9 o'clock to 11, or sometimes we start at 8:30, where we give all the listeners and viewers a chance to come on and share your views. This morning, though, we want to leave you with Fitz Jackson in the parliament, standing up against what is wrong. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock, for the Colin Bell Show. One love, my people.
and answer to questions.
Mr. Speaker, I had indicated long ago on your mic, my mic has been on. That's why I'm catching his eye now. A mic has been on before the leader spoke.
Member from St. Catherine Southern, go ahead.
First, I want the removal of the member from Western Kingston. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the matter of the rulings of the Speaker in recent times have become very controversial. And it is unusual. It is unusual. The standing order in number 72, Privileges Committee of Parliament. The standing order allows for the rules that govern the operations, the privileges be settled.
Let me hear the point of order. Turn your mic on, please.
I think it's very inappropriate to be discussing a matter involving the Speaker in the absence of the Speaker. And furthermore, and furthermore, Mr. Speaker, to question the standing orders on which the Parliament is operating. Mr. Speaker, I believe that it is a point of order. It is a point of order.
Continue
and the members are using this for grandstanding. The grandstanding. And you should not allow it, Mr. Speaker. You should not. Not yet.
My mic was on. Okay.
Members, if you continue to have the crosstalk, then we will just continue with the business of the House. I gave you the floor and you started to make some comments, which is no way in keeping with the standing order that you're raising on. Understand? Please. No, you don't have to respond to my comment. You stand on the ground to make a statement. Go ahead quickly with it. So, all right, so we can move on then because you weren't making a statement.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Member from St. Catherine Southern, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker. Hold on, Fitz. Hold on, Fitz. Mr. Speaker, Fitz. Hold on.
Member from St. Catherine, so sit.
Turn his mic on.
I will say this. When I asked a member to sit a while ago, I asked a member from St. Catherine Southern to sit because his mic from I was asking the member whose mic was on to sit so I could address you. But you continue to shout across the floor. I am saying to you, your mic was on, and before you could even start to make your presentation, you were cross-talking with another member. You did. I am going to ask you, member. I am going to ask you to sit now. I am going to ask you to sit. Member from St. Catherine Southwestern.
Why? Parliament.
I am ruling on this. I am asking the member from St. Catherine Southwestern. Your mic is lighted up and I'm going to turn it on now. You are the person who have the floor.
No, Mr. Speaker. No. Hold on. Mr. Speaker, my mic is on now and I will speak. Sit. My mic is on now.
Member, the only reason you're behaving in that manner now, I simply gave you the floor. All you did was I'm giving the person next to speak, and he is going to speak. Member from St. Catherine South. Member from St. Catherine South. Oh, I'm on talk.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker,
This is what you call stand your ground.
All I wish to say at the outset, one, rulings from the chair, from the speaker's chair, have been most controversial in recent times. This parliament have seen speakers from both sides. It has never happened before. We have never had these levels of controversies about the speaker's ruling. They have been easily adhered to by either side. We have walked that road before. The Privileges Committee in the Parliament sets out a way to arrive at a consensus around how the House's business are conducted. It is not for the Speaker to unilaterally, arbitrarily set rules on the running of the House. And there's a reason for that, Mr. Speaker. The Parliament will change from time to time. And whichever side is in government is expected to abide by the commonly agreed rules. And it's for that reason why the rules in the House ought to be arrived at through consensus on both sides. Not by the opposition by itself, and neither by the government. It's a parliament of members. And all we're asking for, the rules that will obtain as it regards to questions or any other matters, private members' motion, how they are dealt with procedurally, they be settled there. The ruling of the Speaker as an umpire is to ensure that the decision of the moment when the House is in session is in keeping with those agreed provisions. Now, Mays, that is not a standing order, is recognized because it says both sides must agree. So even if the standing order is not explicit, on a particular point, there is nonetheless an agreed way in which those matters are dealt with. Mr. Speaker, I respectfully and humbly submit. Yes. If we continue with that convention, which has not been controversial before, we won't have much of the problems that we're having in the House. And for heaven's sake, we don't want posterity to judge the tenure of this House in a very unfavorable way. So I make a plea. Let us just revert to an orderly, balanced way of how the House business is conducted. I have, lastly, before I take my seat, I have in the past Parliament prepared questions, submitted them before time, and it's 1.5 months before they're able to end up reaching here. I've been on the receiving end myself, which has not been in keeping with the conventions of the Parliament. So I make my plea, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Well done, Fitz Jackson. Thanks, everybody. Blessings. See you tomorrow evening. One love. God bless you all.